What's going on, Fanatics? Albert Torres here for the Morning Fanatic. And man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a long time since I've made one of these videos or after the game reaction for a Dallas Cowboys game or even with the crew when we do our podcast. It's been a while. It's been a minute. So before this Green Bay Packers and Dallas Cowboys matchup, I wanted to create a video and just give my thoughts on this matchup that's about to come up, and I'm very pumped. I'm very excited. I can't wait for the game. And you know, Jordan Love is gonna try to do what Aaron Rodgers was doing to the Cowboys, and that's continue to dominate the Dallas Cowboys, which the Packers under Rodgers had won 9 of their last 10 games versus the Cowboys, including some heartbreakers, at least for us Cowboys fans, in the playoffs, which was the Des Bryant catch or not catch. Not saying that the Cowboys would have won that game because there was still a lot of time left, but it was really a huge, crucial part of the game at that time, and who knows what would have happened. Another one was Aaron Rodgers throwing that 35-yard or 30-something yard, I don't know, it was a deep throw on 3rd and long to his tight end and got Mason Crosby to get that game-winning field goal. That was just heartbreaking, man. It looked like Crosby was gonna miss it. It just goes right in. It like the wind blew, the AC blew the damn football for Mason Crosby and got the Packers the win. But Love is gonna try to continue that dominance. That was the Aaron Rodgers era. Excuse me. This is the Jordan Love era now. His first playoff appearance, his debut in his first year, something that Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers didn't do as a Packer. Now Jordan Love has ended the season with 2 straight NFC Players of the Week awards. His last 8 games, he's gone 18 touchdowns to 1 interception. The Packers went 6-2. They needed every single one of those wins down the stretch to get into the playoffs, get into this position, and he got him there. Jordan Love also not leads the league, but he's second in the NFL with 32 touchdowns. And what the Packers have also is it looks like they appear to have Aaron Jones healthy. His last 3 games, he rushed for at least 111 yards. That's big time. And, you know, the Cowboys' weakness has been the run game. And I feel that Aaron Jones is going to be the X factor. He seems to have big games versus the Cowboys every time he plays. So Aaron Jones is going to be an X factor, I believe. Cowboys need to stop the run. It has been the weak part of their defense. We know they can rush the quarterback. We know they can sack the quarterback. We know they can create turnovers, intercept, ball hawk. But the run game is something that they have not been able to stop. And Jonathan Hankins is back. He was back last week. He seems to be healthy as well. And he's our run stopper. That's why we traded for him. We needed something to stop the run. We haven't completely fixed it, but when Jonathan Hankins is in there, we have a better chance. And he is going to be there. Hopefully, he can be our X factor for the run defense and hopefully stop Aaron Jones or try to minimize him from, going over 100 yards. Now, for the Cowboys, I feel that we say it every so often with the Cowboys. They always have a lot of talent, and the time is now. And it really is now because the Cowboys do have a lot of free agents or people that they need to extend, like CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, that are going to want new contracts. And Dak Prescott, we're going to either have to extend him or move on from him. To be honest, I've been very tough on Dak. I've said that we're never going to win with him or we won't win with him. Sometimes that's, in the moment, that's how I feel. But as the season progresses, as I see other teams struggling with quarterbacks, right now, Dak Prescott, he really is the guy there. He's a good guy. He's a good leader. He's a good guy overall, man. It's just those interceptions, those untimely interceptions, it's what's been crucial. Not performing in the playoffs or not taking us to the NFC Championship after 28 years. I believe this year he's going to do it, man. Even though I've talked so much trash about him, at the end of the day, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan, and we got to believe in our quarterback, man. You can't go into a game not believing. He has led us to our 3rd straight postseason. He led the league with 36 touchdowns after leading the league in interceptions last year with 15. The Cowboys are entering this homestand here in the playoffs. They at least have two. They at least have two home games by getting that number 2 seed after the Philadelphia Eagles just collapsed, man. I didn't see that coming, but I'm glad they collapsed. We got the division. We got the 2 home games. We got to take care of this first one to have a second one. And I believe the Cowboys are going to do that. And key factor also is going to be the running game for the Cowboys. It hasn't been existent. Tony Pollard, sure, he's rushed for over 1,000 yards for a second consecutive season, but he's only rushed over 100 yards once this season. And that's where the Cowboys, I believe, need to capitalize versus the Packers defense. They have the 28th ranked run defense, and that's something where the Cowboys need to attack. Attack the run defense as well. They need to run the ball well and keep Jordan Love on the sidelines as much as possible, because he's going to be gunslinging out there, man. He can gunsling. We have ball hawks. We can turn the ball over. We can get turnovers, and that's what we want. But to be honest, I feel that the Cowboys, if their running game is good, Dak Prescott is good, limiting his turnovers, I feel that we're going to be in great position. At home, we seem to dominate. We need to continue to dominate, and that's how I feel about today's game. And CeeDee Lamb's going to be the other X factor, of course. He's played great ever since, also Dak Prescott, ever since the 49ers game. He's played well. You know, he's finally minimized those turnovers. Mike McCarthy, I mentioned it to the Black Mamba, I mentioned it to the crew and the Filthy Texican that, you know, it seems like Dak Prescott maybe has figured it out. He might have figured out, you know, that he doesn't have to take those risks, doesn't have to gunsling it, big play all the time, checking it down, you know, doing his check downs, reading the defense before pre-snap. And it seems like Mike McCarthy has been a big part of that change, you know, from Moore to Mike McCarthy. It actually has made a difference. I truly believe it has made a difference. He's put Dak Prescott in situations where he's going to succeed. And it really shows by the turnovers being brought down from last season. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this game. Jared Alexander for the Packers. He appears to be questionable. 50-50, 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time second-team All-Pro. That's the guy that you put on CeeDee Lamb. And if he's injured, you got to test him early. Attack him, and hoping that CeeDee Lamb is going to win that matchup. He has been balling and dominating this season. So attack the run game for the Packers. The Cowboys to the Packers' 28th ranked run defense. Attack Jared Alexander early. Test him out. See how hurt or injured he is. And Dak Prescott, minimize your turnovers. Mike McCarthy, continue the great play calling that he's had. Hopefully in the playoffs, he doesn't have a mishap, a hiccup, where he panics or feels the pressure that Jerry Jones said that he's evaluating him every single game here. And I'm hoping for a great game. I'm hoping for another home dominance for the Cowboys. And we'll see what happens after the game. I'll be on no matter what happens, hoping for a Cowboys win. Just bold prediction out here. Just bold prediction. Bold. Bucks, Cowboys, NFC Championship game. Maybe. We'll see. For the Morning Fanatic, Albert Torres, I'm out.